My husband forcing me to be the earner and caregiver while he enjoys himself. He's in his early 30s. I am too, married. No kids. A mortgage tying both our names to the same front door. After nearly a decade at one company with an overbearing boss, he kept saying he might quit, and I always answered the same way. I'll support it if you have something else lined up. Then one ordinary weekday last year, after a minor argument at work, he walked out. No offer, no plan, just done. He came home buzzing, saying his savings would cover him. He wanted time to recalibrate, and he had a few business ideas to try before applying anywhere. I told myself to be a good partner and said, okay. 8 months later, his resume is untouched and not a single application has left this house. What filled the days instead was marijuana, sketchy work-from-home schemes that never paid, and most recently a push to become an Instagram influencer. He set up a ring light in the basement and filmed little motivational clips, checking the view count like it was a pulse. He fixed a hinge and patched a wall, sure, but most days I'd come home to the sweet, stale smell from the basement and find dishes stacked in the sink. The last time I tried to talk about next steps, he half joked that I could divorce him and pay alimony if I didn't like it. Then his face crumpled and he cried, saying he might be depressed. My stomach dropped. I held him, told him I'd support him, and we sat quiet on the couch. Later, I wondered if that talk was a way to slide out of the conversation about work. Advice from people online helped me plan a new talk. That night I came home, dropped my bag by the door, and said he needed to make a doctor's appointment for his mental health, or stop the marijuana, or both. He refused, voice sharp in a way that didn't sound like him. When I asked about money, he said he had enough. I asked for a number. He dodged. I asked if he had a card balance. He said no. I asked to see a statement. He told me to get lost. The hostility was so out of character that I just stared at him. I said the current setup wasn't working and that he would need to pay half the bills on March 1st. He shut down. He looked away with glassy eyes while I laid out the rest. The influencer push, our plans getting stale on the calendar, the savings question. After that, he started sleeping in the basement. For almost a week, I'd hear him on the stairs at midnight and then nothing until the microwave door clicked in the morning. I tried living my life. I went out with coworkers that weekend and left him home. I planned coffee with my best friend and told myself I'd keep details about his struggles private. I didn't want to turn our marriage into a group chat. On the morning of March 1st, I asked for his half. He e-transferred 2/3 and said that was it. When I asked for the rest, he snapped and kept repeating, "Leave me alone," louder each time, while I tried to say we both needed to contribute. Then the conversation slid back to his depression. It only ever came up when I questioned his choices, and he still hadn't seen a doctor. I said it straight. See a doctor and start fixing this, or this marriage is done. He muttered again about alimony, like it was a joke he loved telling. Days blurred. We talked less. He stayed in the basement and I stopped cooking for him. He started living on instant noodles. He told me he booked a doctor's appointment. I offered to drive. As far as I could tell, he never went. His car didn't move. The ring light kept glowing. At night, through the floor, I could hear videos and my chest went tight. I met a divorce lawyer who walked me through my options. When I repeated the alimony line, he shook his head. My husband quit on his own. There was no medical note barring him from work. That idea had no legs. I left with a folder of notes and a stronger spine, hoping I wouldn't need either if my husband turned himself around. Eventually, I got him to an actual doctor. I waited in the lobby with cold hands while he met privately. The doctor recommended cognitive behavioral therapy and an SSRI. In the car, my husband waved it off. He could read about CBT online, and he didn't want mind-changing meds in his system. We ate at the table, swapped stories from the day, slept in the same bed, even had a movie night with popcorn. I let myself breathe. Then a small disagreement, who was supposed to take the trash out, spun into a cold silence that lasted the whole night and most of the next day.